Hi, Daddy. What you doing?
You doing the regatta shuffle right now? Oh, a little scullin' and scoopin'. Some come style and take. Well, let's go.
Yo, it's your boy Dyson Knight back again with the Sup'm show, and this is our 100th episode. It's going to be the final episode of the season. Waiting at the gate is the right on time, and boy, she fine. What up, Aunts?
Hey, Dyson.
All right, cool. And also yours truly.
What's going on, y'all? It's going to be the final show, so I don't want to see nobody crying. Y'all ain't going to see me no more. Till next time, so compose yourself and let's get through this episode.
Bang. All right. Yeah, we for this episode, we're going to be touching on the 3 most watched shows. What's up, Jasmine? Top watch shows that we've had, and let's kick it right out the gate. Let me see if I can get this queued up. It's crazy. People like drama, you know.
Of course,
People
they
love drama, bro.
That's why they love you. That's why they love
They
yours
do.
truly, bro.
So let's watch. I have a confession to make, ladies and gentlemen, viewers of the Sup'm show. We get at it. We get it on the screen. On the screen, right? Like we go at each other all the time. We always disagreeing. We always having our little spots, right?
Yeah.
But in the group chat, these two, oh my god. These two in the group chat is be carrying on. You and flipping on, spay. It's be mostly you though. It's be mostly you.
Anyway, right?
Anyway, I say that.
Thank you. It don't be mostly no
It'd
me.
be mostly one.
Yes.
One always.
You want to know? Here's the thing, bro. Here's the thing, right?
All the time.
Here's the thing. I know how to push buttons, bro.
And you would be pushing them.
Of course. Why not? Why not?
I
Life's
don't know
about
if you've
pushing
noticed,
buttons.
but I stopped. I don't even watch the videos and then no more. I don't even.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay, because I'm going to push
you heard what
buttons
he
on this
said.
episode.
He knows how to push buttons. I don't have
Yeah.
time for the games.
And I always slap in my face but anyway, one posted this video in the group chat. Let's take a look.
Responsibility of a child and want the perks of being a woman.
Let me go back.
Watch your mouth when you're talking to a man, because a lot of women do that, and then when they get snatched up, they're crying. And I'm not saying that it's okay to hit a woman or anything, but stop acting like a man, right?
But a lot of women want the authority of a man, want the responsibility of a child, and want the perks of being a woman.
Yeah.
How asinine is that?
Right.
So asinine.
Because if you come at a man like a man, what do you want him to do?
Right.
Because he would not even allow another man to come at him like that. And 9 times out of 10, men don't come at other men like that because it would get violent.
Right.
Yep.
But women, when you step into your masculine energy, what do you expect that man to do? Get into his feminine energy?
Yeah.
You want him, when have you ever had an argument or a spat or a situation with a man and he's like, okay, after you became aggressive with him? It almost never works like that. Your power is in your divine femininity.
Bingo.
You're able to neutralize him. That is something we can't bypass. Ladies, when you come at us with your divine femininity, we become docile.
Bingo.
All right. Okay. Not that he is docile, but ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ken Pazad is in the building.
Hey, but Dyson, cheers, sir. Cheers. I must say though, the part of that video where he said that most men, some men will be like, "What do you expect?" Okay, man. Listen, many men will be like, "Okay," but like I always say in the group, their testicles is located at the bottom of their girl's or wife's purse, so that's what they do. So go ahead.
So that the first question that came to mind, I mean, I saw Ans jump in the group chat and said something about what is talking
What does it
like a
mean?
man?
What does he
What does it
mean when
mean?
he says what equates talking like a man? That was
Watch
my
this.
question.
Watch this. Now, bingo. My brother K-Mac. I seen you in the comment section less than a second ago. What up? Respect. Now, viewing that video, right? You're a guy. How do you view that video? What is your thoughts on that right there? Because Ernst, you already hear pretty much our perspective.
But
You
no,
did, Nicole.
pause. The only
Okay.
person who answered the question, I don't even know why you now bring in K-Mac into it. That still tells me, it makes me feel like you can't answer the question. Because the only person who actually answered the question was Dyson.
Uh-huh. Nuh-uh. Can't
And
answer it.
yes,
Can't answer it.
I
Can't. See it
what
right there?
can't? You
There you
answered
go.
the question when I said, "What does it mean to speak like? What does it mean to speak like a man?"
Well, I mean, remember, we started a discussion, then the discussion was abruptly ended.
We
But
didn't start a discussion because I asked one question, but you
right.
were given a different explanation. So I asked you if you
No,
watched the video, and you said you weren't going to. So how can you
no,
respond when you didn't watch the video?
no. I said I don't need to watch the video to answer your question. What it means to speak like a man. I don't have to watch the video to answer that question.
Okay,
I don't.
let's bring this back home. Let's bring this back home.
I love this
That's
stuff,
very-
show y'all. I love it.
No, I can clear it up easily because when I read through all of the messages, I realized that the question had not been answered sufficiently.
Thank you, Dyson.
Because she didn't have there was answers, but it wasn't
Right.
an answer that clarified.
It was
what I was
answered, but it
asking.
was an answer to the satisfaction.
It
There you
wasn't
go.
to my side.
Right.
It wasn't that it wasn't
Right.
to my satisfaction. It was not clear. It was
Either way,
rats.
Okay, let me be clear. Tyson, can I be clear, please? Can I be clear? Because I didn't answer. Let me be clear. Let's start from the beginning.
Please. Answer it clearly for
Okay.
everybody.
Let's break it down.
Yes.
Men and women speak differently. We all agree on this?
Absolutely.
I mean,
So if we agree on this, I don't even need to answer the question. But anyway,
all the men
I'll
said,
answer
all
the
the men
question.
agreed. I didn't say
Okay.
anything.
Answer, you
If we
agree or you
agree on
disagree?
this,
Answer the question, man. What does it mean to talk like?
Answer the question.
But here's the thing. Here's
What
the
does it mean
thing,
to talk
guys.
like a man?
Even if I were to say, okay, yes,
so
men
you
and
see what you're
women
doing right
talk
now. You
differently,
see what you're doing right now by
Wait, let her
avoiding the
finish. Let her
question I'm
finish.
asking.
I can say
Let her
what it
finish.
means to speak like a woman. Only a man could say what it means to speak like a man. So unless y'all want me to
I never
assume
said that.
how
You said
men
that.
speak, I'm
I never said that.
asking.
That's not.
And here-
Oh boy.
And here
I
we have
never said that. I don't know if that's true or not. I never said that.
I
here we
just
have a
stated it.
situation where
If I can get to my explanation, since nobody
Go
wants
ahead,
to
my good
follow
man.
nobody wants to follow the trend. If you follow a scientific method, you ask a question. Once you get the response to that question, you can move on to the next question until you reach the final answer. Like this is how the scientific method is done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't we learn by asking questions? Isn't that what we do?
Correct.
That's what we do for a living.
And that's what I did. I
Okay.
asked a question.
Right. And I asked you a question. If you had answered my question, you would have answered your question. So my question is, my question to you is,
That still won't
men
answer
and
my
women,
question.
I am answering your question. Men and women speak differently. We already agree on this. And if we do, so if we agree on this, that there's no need to even answer the question, but I will continue. I will continue.
understand what he's saying.
I will continue.
No,
I will
I
continue.
understand that.
Okay.
I will continue. I can answer this question in a physical or physiological manner, and I can answer the question in a psychological
Answer it in both.
or logical manner. So the first one, let's talk about the physical. Let's talk about the physical. Physically speaking, a man's tone is a few decibels louder and a few monotones deeper than a woman's tone. Is it not?
Correct.
Yes, men have deeper voices. Yes.
Okay. So is that not a way that we speak differently? Is it not one way?
Yep.
Yes.
That their tones are deeper. Yes.
We tend to have we tend to be able to
to.
achieve louder volumes. Women can achieve higher pitches, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
That's because the structure of our voice box and how our voice box is constructed, no?
Well,
So wait, so a
sonically,
woman can speak loud?
Yes or no?
No. You can speak you can speak loud, but women speak but men speak louder. And that has to do
because he said pitch. He said pitch and volume.
Yes, I said women can achieve higher pitches than men can. Is that not true?
Yes, that's true.
Okay. So that's two ways in that which we speak differently, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about which is more difficult to talk about, the psychological, okay? Because everybody's going to agree or disagree, have their opinion. But to answer your question, men speak logically in a straight line. Women speak emotionally and in circles, generally speaking. Now, a man can speak emotionally, a woman can be logic. It's not saying that one can't be the other or one can't do the other, but generally speaking, that's how we talk, that's how we communicate. And if we spoke the same, if we spoke alike, we wouldn't have problems communicating, yet we do.
Okay,
So to say that men speak differently than women, it's obvious. That's why I say the question doesn't need to be answered. It's obvious.
Okay, so based on what you said men speak logical, right? So going back to the video,
Yes, y'all.
he said why women shouldn't be speaking like men. So you guys don't want women to speak logically.
No, that's not what he, that's not what he was.
The tone.
He's being very specific.
What he's talking about, his specific, what he's talking about is not the pitch. Go ahead. Not in the video, he's not talking about the pitch. Or sorry, he's not talking about logic or emotions. What he's talking about is the pitch, the tone. If you approach a man, okay, if me and Dr. Kent Bazar are having a discussion and I raise my tone, he raises his tone, most likely tempers are going to flare. So we communicate differently with each other versus how we will communicate with a woman.
So
the problem is,
So if you're communicating with a woman and you raise your voice, should she then shut up?
No, she shouldn't shut up. That's not what the video's about. You're moving the goalposts, and that's not what the video's about. That's a whole nother video. The video's about, okay, for instance, if you jump in a man's face and you don't know him, and you don't, like I said in the group too, the only people that owe you understanding or should owe you understanding is either your significant other or someone that understands either your understanding or lack of understanding. Anybody else in the world, you can't jump up in their face and just assume because you're a female, it can't go left. That's what the video is all about. It ain't about, emotions or logic.
So the video is about aggressive females. Females that are being aggressive.
You see how, okay, for instance, you see how that first lady came on and was like, rah, 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 and then the second lady was like, yeah. You see the difference between them two right there? One got it in the video, and the other one just kept going with it because she just can't get it to her head exactly what she's talking, what the guy was meaning.
So you think the first lady was aggressive?
No. Her tone was aggressive. Remember what I said in the beginning a while ago. This is not about emotions or logic. Her tone, her pitch was aggressive. You can't deny that.
Can we play the video once more?
Absolutely.
Yeah. We become very pliable.
Watch your mouth when you're talking to a man, because a lot of women do that, and then when they get snatched up, they're crying. And I'm not saying that it's okay to hit a woman or anything, but stop acting like a man, right?
But a lot of women want the authority of a man.
So her pitch was aggressive.
No,
that's aggressive.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. There's two. Hold on. There's two females in that video, right?
Right.
There is one that is shown or heard after the fact when he explained what he explained. If you were to watch, I didn't post the other video before that. The video before how it got to that particular conversation, the light-skinned lady was just going off like crazy. Then she brought her tone down to ask that question. Then she got her answer. That's what the video was all about. It got to that point. It didn't automatically just start from that point where you're viewing it from now. So you didn't see that one.
The only reason why we even discussing this video, which is a new video, is because it's related to one of our I think the most watched show, and it has to do with domestic violence. So this is actually, so we had this conversation before, and in terms of domestic violence, we all know that the Sup'm show does not support men hitting women, period.
Absolutely not.
But this video says that you cannot, I wouldn't say let me say you can't. It's difficult to hold a man accountable for his actions when a woman comes at him aggressively like a man would. Like we said that the man has to turn off.
You gotta clear that up, Tyson. You gotta clear that up.
Yeah, the man
It
has
ain't
to
that straight. It
turn.
ain't that straight. It ain't that straightforward. It ain't that straightforward.
Clear
You
it
got to
up.
clear that up.
Go ahead and clear it up. Go ahead and clear it up
It
for
ain't, it ain't
us.
that, no, I'm just
Go
saying, it
ahead.
ain't that straightforward. You can't just say come at you aggressively. If
No,
there's
no.
physicality,
Like a man.
if there's
I mean,
physicality involved, then fine. But you can't say a man can't be accountable for his response. We have to be accountable for our response. That's the whole point. So,
no, I didn't say
so
you can't. I say it's difficult. It's difficult to not understand why he snapped, is what I'm saying.
well, maybe we should say it's easy, or maybe we can say we can understand or empathize why he would snap, and it
That's what
probably
I'm
wouldn't be the
saying.
first time. It probably wouldn't be the first time that occurred either. It probably accumulated over a series of episodes. Usually, hopefully, it didn't happen the first time. The lady says something he don't like, and he just explode. Then he have a problem managing his emotions, and that's what we're talking about. So that's a whole
Right.
different story. You can't say he's not accountable for. Oh, sorry, you can't say. Or we can't give him a break. Can't give him a pass because the woman get
No,
loud. That's that's
no, no,
that's
no,
that's not
no, no,
that's not what
no,
we're
no.
doing it.
No,
That's not what we're doing.
that's not what we're saying, and that's not what the video that we played is saying. The lady
Yep.
starts by saying, watch your mouth when you're talking to men. And that's just a cautionary warning. That's just like, hey,
Well,
if
Jenna, that's good advice across the board because you don't know who
Yeah.
you're dealing with. You you,
Right.
Exactly.
you,
Now
you don't
that
know if
I
it's a
agree
weak.
with.
You don't know if it's a weak dude. You don't know if he crazy. You don't know if he bipolar. You don't know what's going on with the guy. You don't know if he at his last whatever in
Right.
his brain. You have no idea. So I could see that. And generally speaking, physically, you could be in danger. So yeah,
But I think that's something that
I
should
get that.
be straight across the board, though. Like, watch your mouth when you're addressing people, because you don't know what anybody's
Hmm.
dealing with.
That is powerful. But
Okay.
it should be straight across the board. However, we find that, like the gentleman was saying, women want the perks. They want the power of a man. And then he goes on to say they want the perks of a woman. One of the perks that women enjoy is the fact that they could just pop off and because
Nothing
they
And
know
don't
happened.
that they're a
usually
woman,
respond. Yeah.
because they know they're a woman, they
Mm-hmm.
feel as though there's not going to be any type of
Physicality.
yeah, I want definitely physicality, but they won't be greeted with the same type of energy they're giving. They won't get that same energy in return.
Well, they don't think.
They don't think.
Sometimes.
So a lot of women around here punching up dudes, and dudes refuse to hit them back, which is
Yeah.
good. But it's
That's
bad. I
abuse,
mean,
though. That's abuse.
it's good that men don't hit them back, but
Yeah.
it's bad that women feel as though because I'm a woman, I could strike this dude in his mouth, call him a whatever, and he's not gonna do anything. But and speaking about that, and the show that I'm referencing would be this one.
There is no audio. According to the complaint, Combs became extremely intoxicated and punched Miss Ventura in the face, giving her a black eye, which, according to the lawsuit, prompted Ventura to try and leave the hotel room.
Okay, so before we move any further, this is Sean Puffy Combs and Cassie, and the footage is very, very disturbing. So we have to keep in mind. Do we have to watch it anymore of it? Y'all remember this show?
Yeah,
right?
we remember that, which is completely simp and pussy ass behavior from him.
Okay,
Completely.
so let's just move on from this and go to the next show. So in the wait, let's finalize the point here, because the point of this is, as we go from talk to transformation, the point is to say on the topic of domestic violence, men, as Juan and Doc always say, you cannot be emotional, overly emotional. And we find that that's even a difficult push and pull type space to sit in, dealing with the fact that because we cannot be overly emotional, it puts us in a position for some mental health issues. Right? So men walk this very, very thin line, whereas we keep getting pushed, but we're not allowed to fall off that thin line. We're not allowed to break. We're not allowed to, right? We say it right now, be overly emotional. So how do we express that? My only thing is, bro, get therapy. Get therapy.
If If I may touch like briefly on that, because I remember this show and we did on that topic right there. The thing that me and Dr. Ken, I'll describe it to a T. See, you have a lot of women out here that claim like, he ain't emotional enough, he ain't in touch with this. And I always say this, you have, as a man, you have to walk that thin line between emotions and logic. But you got to go more to the logical side of things, because I'm going to tell you right now, the people that shoot up schools, the people that rape females, the people that do things, these are overly emotional men that don't have their emotions intact. I'm telling you that right now. So be careful what you wish for. These are the men that when females ready to break up with them, they stalk you. These are the men that break into your house and wait on you, because they just don't, because their emotions won't allow them to let go when she's ready to let go. So when I say don't be overly emotional, I'm not talking about don't love your female or don't fall in love. All I'm simply trying to say is, if she's ready to let go, let go. Because from that point, it's on you. Let go.
All right. Speaking about letting go and holding on and when to do not, takes us to our second most watched show, which would be this one where one says this. I don't know if I remember this.
Yeah.
That boosts his ego to have a wife.
I guess.
And what's really, I don't know, but 6 years and they still strong.
So do you guys think that this guy, well, this couple has developed other parts of their relationship in the past 6 years for them to still be together, or do you think he's just there for being their sake?
He's just, from what he tells me, I've seen this another thing. Me in particular, right? I don't care about possessions. I don't care about what cars we have. I don't care what we buy. When it's time to go, it's time to go.
I just said that.
That's just me personally. I'm not being held to anything because of possessions or we split the house. Man, look here, put that house up for sale. I'm out.
So here, to provide context now, Juan is sharing with us the story of one of his friends that is in a relationship, and that the friend has gone 6 years in this relationship without any intimacy. This is a sexless marriage.
Was Ans on the show yet or no?
No, Ans wasn't a part of the show as yet. Ans,
let me run the story back.
Ans was in the comments though. I believe she was in the comments on the show. If I'm not
1 minute, let me run this scenario back. So the story behind this was a friend of mine. He's also a contractor, and he's been married for a very long time, right? And what he did is that he came on one day and he bought a $400,000 house, and his wife separated the house and she put everything for him downstairs in the guest bedroom and took the whole entire top bedroom and the whole entire top level of the house and changed the locks to their master bedroom. And he just been without sex for maybe 8 years. I don't know. And, every time he asks her, she keeps avoiding. And he comes to me and say, what do you think you should do? I was like, buddy, she probably with somebody else. I mean, I don't want to tell you that. And she goes, to church for 2-3 days and say it's a revival and all this other stuff. But some men just get revival, right? And some men just don't get it. So that's the story behind that right there.
And there's no possible chance that he could be withholding information.
No, the thing is,
there's always two sides to a story.
And you know what? I asked him that, but you know what I noticed about him though? When I know both of them for a very long time, when he's around her, he is totally providing for her, catering to her. He's an individual. He's that type of guy, but she is totally nasty in front of anybody towards him. So I gotta kind of believe his side of things.
But now, JP, you have some people who are great pretenders, and you have some people who don't know how to fake it. So we don't know what's going on in the house. Now he get around people. Now I'm not saying this is fact, but he could be trying to keep up, okay, well, let me show people how good I am to you. And she's like, we're not even doing this at home. Why are you out here trying to fake?
Either way though, that's a crazy scenario to be in.
It is a crazy scenario.
Whether it's the way that you describe it or the way that he described it, either way is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't. They need to part ways. Or
there you go. There you go.
Okay. Well, then that's
and to top that off, Hans, she is willing to sell the house and split the cost. He is not willing to do it.
Oh, so she's gone. Crazy. He's just there.
Listen, they bought this house for $400,000 back in the early 2000s. So I'm pretty sure that it's worth at least 1.5 right now.
Easy.
And she's saying, listen, let's just sell the house. You take half, I take half, you go your way, I go mine. He's like, absolutely not. You're my wife and you stay in here for me.
Then now I see why when they're out in public, he is be trying to serve and she is be stink. She's not there.
She's not there no more, man. That's why I tell him, you got to go, bro. You got to suck it up and go.
Reminds me of our Will Smith show.
Yeah.
Which one?
The slop. Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
I mean, they've rekindled. So
Will's a simp though. Will's a simp. Yeah, I don't even have that type of money. I was gone.
They were separated.
I don't even have Will Smith money and I out. Nah, I ain't with all that.
Had multiple partners each.
Yeah, she could have that. So
they both
good.
did. Not.
I'm glad you said that. So that shows the danger of playing that game too.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
That shows the danger of playing that game.
I've not heard one example of that type of thing working.
Yeah, it don't work.
Not one. I haven't heard one. Yeah, I've never heard it. I've never seen a couple in their 80s talking about, yes, we've had an open relationship for the past 40 years and it's been great. I've never heard that.
They don't have an open relationship.
They don't have the title. No, they don't have no. I would say this because I spent 9 years working at a couples resort. So I've met couples who've been together for more than 50 years, 60 years, celebrating their 60th anniversary, drinking all the champagne on the property, right?
That should be fun, Dyson.
Yeah. 60 years married, yeah, blast. So what we understood from y'all stop laughing. What we understood from these couples, because it's not just me or all of the entertainment coordinators, is that you stay together because you want to be together. So just because you don't have the relationship term open relationship, it don't mean that you ain't in an open relationship. Because a lot of these couples that been married 50, 60 years, the man have outside children, the woman of this, and we as Bahamians, we all know you go to a grandparent's funeral and you can more than often you have new siblings that just pop up.
Or somebody look just like you.
Or someone who look exactly like you, the same age and all. Sitting next to you crying, dog, but oh, daddy.
Same name,
So a lot of times they in open relationships, they just don't have the title. And I think now as we move forward from talk to transformation again, these are the type conversations that we are now starting to have, that we need to and are now starting to have out in the open and trying to put a label on it. But and then younger people get crucified for this all the time. I find myself as an older person now telling my kids, oh, when I was young, X, Y, and Z. But the truth of the matter is things are different.
Yeah.
The world is different.
Yeah.
The same thing doesn't apply, even though we have a lot of the same problems. We still trying to figure out how to relate properly between man and
generations.
Woman. You understand? So yeah. Right, but we still trying to figure this all out. So I mean, in a case, my only solution again is, and this is a different type of therapy that we should get. We need to have more shows like the Sup'm show. We need to have and the UAF show that we watched a clip from earlier, and come to an agreement. Because our social makeup is based on our beliefs. It's not even based on facts. Every election, we take promises and we move forward into the future based on promises. That's not reality. That's not real. Because half of those things don't ever happen.
But bro, I feel you kind of hit the nail on the head. But I feel like, I mean, the Anne's question is the key to this whole spider web, you know. The truth is, the sexes don't communicate well. We've always had problems communicating because we speak differently. Right? We speak differently. We understand differently. We even talk, as in verbalize differently. And there are generalizations in some places, and then there are specifics in other places. But we've always had challenges communicating, and like you said, it's hard to come on neutral territory where somebody isn't either trying to hold on to some type of position, or somebody is trying to maintain. Yeah, somebody's not trying to maintain an advantage, or somebody's not trying to get somebody's, you know, or
because
somebody just don't want to let go of their feeling, you know. You know, so yeah, it's a challenge. It's a challenge, and I think that for me being married going on 20 years now, it's absolutely not been like a Barbie show. You understand what I'm saying? But
same.
To me, couples stay married who want to stay married, like Dyson said.
Yeah.
If you with somebody, if you're a man and you're the woman who's beat you and you with her for 20 years, then that's what you want. Like, you want to be with her. If y'all want to make that work, guess what? Two people can make that work if they want to make that work. You understand what I mean? So it always comes down to those two people finding the way to communicate and mediate without having to have those extra stuff.
But I feel like, you know, going back to what Dyson was saying of where we need more shows, you know, where so that we could get some sort of a better understanding or whatnot between women and
conversations.
Men. So these conversations. But I feel like even like with the question that I asked, I was met with everything but. And I literally was asking genuinely for understanding, but I wasn't greeted with anything that was trying to say, okay, well, let me try and explain it to you from a male perspective. I mean, aside from when Dyson, you know, came in, but how do we even get to that space? Because if any of you ask me a question about what does it mean this when it comes to women, I'm not coming in, you know, from a perspective of, well, how you don't understand, or if I say this, then you automatically have your answer, or you know what I mean? It's like snarky. It's not a, well, when men do such and such, let me try and explain it this way. So I don't feel like there's much of, well, let me try and get you to understand.
But it's not mansplaining.
But only a man would understand mansplaining.
No, that's not true. That's a joke. But the reason, the point, the point of, there's no such word as mansplaining. That's nonsense.
Oh,
but the point, my response to you as in that situation would be from me personally, and you know, being medical people, as we ask questions for a living. That's how we find out information, right?
Yes.
That's how we answer our questions, by asking questions. So
that's how we assess.
Right. So my way of the way I also teach and I train a lot. So I ask a lot of questions because I find when people can answer the question and something snaps in their head, they never forget.
But it
you never forget that. But you got to let me ask the question.
Yeah, I know that's a powerful. No, that's a powerful thing. What she just said. Say it again, please, Hans. I think that deserves a platform. Say it again.
It did not snap.
That is key.
Seeing that it didn't snap, right? Seeing that it didn't snap. Should we keep going and going and going until it snaps?
I want Doc to answer that question.
I can answer that because I mean, in all honesty, and let's go back to the conversation. I wish you could bring it up on the screen. When I asked the question, you didn't respond. So if it didn't snap, did you attempt to answer the question I asked?
When I did answer it when you asked.
No, you said this
right now.
No, I'm talking about our conversation offline. And you said,
did you say that you did
not
understand?
This is not work. I asked a question and you disengage. You say, this is not working, and you disengage.
But here's the thing. So
did you try to answer the question?
Let's get to the point of disengagement.
Right now, you're not answering the question.
Go
Right
for
now,
it.
you're not answering the question.
Well, we have proof that answers the question, so we could always. So go ahead, Hans. What you say?
I'm saying, right?
She,
Just this is a good example. Right now, you're not
yes,
answering the
this is a great
question. I just
example.
asked you, did you answer the question?
No, I did not answer the
Okay.
question.
So we didn't get to the point of communication because you didn't answer the question.
But there was no, I didn't answer the question. The reason I didn't answer the question was because by the time as you asked the question, there had been paragraphs.
Hold on.
You see how I
but
stir
an
shit up,
answer.
bro?
Yep.
Quiet, boy. Quiet.
I'm done.
And let me mute his mic.
Mute his mic, man.
Yeah, let me mute his mic. Hans, come back. Yeah, come back here. Look here. All right. So, but the point of disengagement. But this is valuable. This is what I'm talking about right here, and this is one of the reasons why why we all felt, the three of us, when we started the show, that it was important to have a female on the panel, because our first slogan was "Men Think Differently." That was our first, before we moved from talk to transformation. It was Men Think Differently, and this shows us right here, right now, how we battle with communicating with one another, from answering questions with questions, from disengaging, from not understanding why you can't understand what I just said. These are problematic obstacles that we find ourselves challenged with. I mean, generation after generation, obviously. I mean, except for back in the day when women knew their place. Am I kidding?
Put up the disclaimer, please. Put up the disclaimer. Views on the Sup'm Show are not
I'm joking. All right. I'm joking. Because even then, men was fighting wars because of women, and I don't understand. I don't get that.
Look, communication. We talk about communication when we talk about every couple show. We talk about communication. Every couple show. Wars happen. Millions of people die because of poor communication. You understand what I mean? And I think if everybody try to answer a question as asked or respond to a greeting or something, if there's interaction and it's effective, you'll have less problems. The more effective it is, the less problems you'll have.
But I find that because I teach too, and I find that when the person I'm teaching doesn't understand what I'm saying, I try explaining it a different way.
True. That's a good way. What I do is I use analogies.
Because everybody don't learn the same way.
And everybody don't teach the same way.
Right. I agree.
So I wouldn't use I may try to explain it a different way, but I wouldn't say the same thing over and over. I use an analogy. So if they're a plumber, I'll try to use a plumbing analogy. If they're a car person, I'll use the car analogy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I like analogies, and I like history. I like saying, okay, you remember this, you remember that. You know what I mean? So
right, teaching it a different way for them to understand.
Yeah. He's muted. He's still muted.
Oh. My bad, JP. You could breathe now.
The whole thing is this, right? I understood exactly what Hans and Ken said, and I agree with both of them as far as the teaching and learning part of things. A question I gotta ask though: does age and maturity plays an important role in understanding when someone's teaching you something or telling you something that they should get
maturity. It? I wouldn't say age.
Maturity.
I would say maturity, because someone could be 50 and immature as hell.
Gotcha.
I would say that's, I agree with Hans, but I would also say it depends on more things. It depends on what it is you're learning. It depends on where you're learning it, like the environment. Depends on what it is you're talking about. If you're talking about algebra versus, why I don't like you to bake cake on Sundays, like, that's two different things. Or they might be the same thing. They might be just as difficult to one person when one thing may be really easy to another person. So yeah,
listen, bro, after this show, I'm going to go make me some mayonnaise, okay?
Oh, thank you for that video, by the way.
You guys are welcome.
You know how we got to the mayonnaise?
I know she was going to clap for that shit.
Because that's good information to get out.
I knew it. I knew it.
No, that's good stuff.
See that,
That's good
Dyson?
stuff.
I still can push buttons with the disguise of pushing buttons. You see that?
Yeah,
Don't master at this, man. Don't master at this. Go ahead, y'all.
I think what
I don't
we
even
need,
know what he said.
we need
I
patience.
don't understand.
What I find is necessary before we move on to the third show is a bit of patience and openness. Openness on in terms of being open to learn, being open to understand the other person, not being hard set on what it is you think is the answer, especially when you're looking for the answer from someplace else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Stay open and be patient. On both parts, on both parts, explaining the information and receiving the information. Don't jump in your feelings because the delivery is poor. And that's difficult. And that goes both ways.
That part.
Dyson, that's hard for me.
I know that is extremely difficult. That is extremely difficult. But then that goes back, because that takes us right back to the domestic violence thing. Whereas when women talk like a man, and we shut it off and we remain patient and we try to understand that, okay, she's in her emotions, even though she look like she won't have a punch out. We can't take it on, right? Unless she coming at you, actually punching you, or especially you got a knife or something like that. But anyway, let's move on.
But yeah, go ahead.
What it is. When we come up with a different word, we'll share.
Let's just say non-violent. You know, it's patient.
Non-violent. Yeah, non-violent. Oh my goodness. But boy, it's rough. So I don't know if y'all remember this show. This show is Blacks Benefited from Slavery.
Oh,
that was
wow.
a statement that one of the politicians made, and Juan had this to say. Juan, you again.
What is this? Is this the JP show?
Listen, you know what's really, truly upsetting?
He's talk a lot.
Shoot.
We're the only set of people, right? That like to tag along and join somebody else's cause. All right? And then when we join their cause, we want to come in with our own definition of how we think they should do things to please us. But then when the opportunity is presented for us to come together and make our own situation, we don't stick together.
Boom. All right, let's stay right there.
That was sticky, boy. That was sharp.
Let's stay right there.
JP, son.
we had a back and forth where in terms of this word, this phrase, the system.
Oh boy.
Kent,
you got this one, buddy. I order that. Kent, that's all you.
We have a certain grouping of people
I'm about to hit
society. I don't even have a bottle, but a certain grouping of people in society that love to run to this. The system is the reason why I can't accomplish X, Y, and Z. Now, with my patient self, understand where they're coming from. However, we have two individuals on the show right now. Two, one making a funny face and the next one laughing, and who do not agree.
Angie, you can let him talk about you like that? Tyson, how dare you?
Aunt's trying to figure out a way out of the system right now.
No, not agree. I was actually taking an EKG.
What? All right. So
I kind of felt the flutter, so I was kind of just ignore me.
Let's talk about whether or not the system is a real thing. Is the system a real thing? Can I explain? Do I have to explain what the system is?
That's all Dr. Kent Pazard. He got that. Go ahead. I ordered that. All
right. Well, Doc, let's put it to you like this. Let's explain why the system is not a real thing.
Well, let's clear the question or the statement first. The statement was that there is an established system of rules, laws, protocols, whatever, to prevent Black people from progressing in life. That's what the statement was, right?
Yes.
My answer is no, that does not exist. Okay, so if there is a system, the system is more about money than it is about a certain race of people. Okay, making rich people richer, is that a system, or is that built into most of our, what we call system in the Western world, the new world systems? I forget what they call them, but there's a word for them. If there's a something built into that to make rich people stay rich, yes, absolutely. Manipulating taxes, you know, giving celebrities a pass when they do disgusting things, stuff like that. Yeah, of course. But that has less to do with Black and white, and Black people especially, because there's Black people who have taken advantage of that very same system, and so that's why I cannot say with a straight face that there's a system in place to prevent Black people. We're about to elect, well, no, not we, sorry, but America may
Go on then.
possibly have its second Black president and first Black female president. What system in the world, if there was such a she's in black, if there was such a system in place,
Black.
how does she achieve what she achieves? So why I don't like to hear that is because now when you see Black people, Black women, Black men achieving great things, that makes them inherently a sellout then. They sold out to the system. That's what you're saying. That's how they got their success. And that's very disrespectful to their effort and their sacrifice and the sacrifices of our ancestors. That is extremely offensive to them. There are people who died to have the opportunities that we have. And we should hold those opportunities like people died for them. We should use them. We should take them like people died for them. People died so that I could go to school and so I could learn. So should I go to school and goof off? I should be thinking about these people who died for that. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm there. I goof off in school. I fail out of school. So I'm on the street and the system got me. Nah, bro. You did that. You understand what I mean? You did that. You did it yourself.
However, now, I guess I will be the one to give the other side of the story. I'll be the opposition on this. You mentioned that if anything, it's a money system. And it's to my understanding, the majority of, and we only could be talking about America or like the Caribbean or
Okay.
like Canada, like places
It
that
can't
have
be the Caribbean. The Caribbean is mostly Black, so it can't be the Caribbean. It
no.
must be America.
The Caribbean, to a certain extent, the Caribbean have it better than Black Americans. Caribbean people have it better than Black Americans, right?
Right.
In terms of the system that I believe exists, because it is tied to money, it is tied to wealth, and the majority of Americans' wealth is tied to what? To their homes. It's tied directly to their homes, and during the times of from the 1700s straight up to the 19th century, even the 21st century, it's more difficult for African Americans to buy homes than other Americans. It's more difficult.
Who have the money?
No. It ain't even about money thing. See,
Why is it not about money?
Because there's been a time, you know about redlining. There's been a time in American history where other Americans were gifted, basically their homes were subsidized to a certain degree, and they were allowed to get loans when others weren't allowed to get loans. And now all it says, according to and it's still valid today. You know what? I won't even ping I won't oppose myself. I'll let y'all oppose what I'm saying. The reality is a lot of generational wealth comes from the fact that the parents of people who have no racist bone in their body right now, because they have no idea of why they are so wealthy. You know, it's the great grandfather who had the plantation or wherever the case, or it's the grandfather who was able to buy his house for $10,000 or maybe $2,000, depending on if he was in the war. All those war veterans that came back when there was allocations made for non-Black Americans, non-Black war veterans, that was made for the other Americans in terms of being able to find housing. Even when it came to when they were off to war, there was allocations made for non-Black women who had to go on and work, whereas for the African American women, they had different. They wasn't allocated the same pay scale, job functions. You look at movies like what it is, something figures with the mathematicians. What's it? Public figures.
Hidden figures.
Hidden figures.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Let them go. Leave it alone.
Yeah. But anyway, when it comes to money,
Hidden Figures. Hold on. You're talking about the movie with the, hold on. Wait a second. Hidden Figures. You're talking about the movie with the three Black ladies who work for NASA?
Right. Yeah. Correct.
So they ended up working for NASA, right?
Yes.
And they did some great things at NASA, right?
Yes.
How do you do that with the system in place?
They broke the system.
How?
No, not them. Not them.
How they broke the system?
The non.
So the system is broken then?
Hold on, no. The male non-Black person saw value in what they were doing.
A white person. A white person saw value in them. Okay, go ahead.
And then broke down some of the systems.
A white person who in the system now.
Yes.
Saw them.
When my boy got close in the camera, game over. Just letting y'all know.
But Dyson.
I'm just saying.
To go back to some of what he was saying about it being tied to the house.
My boy looking like this is a wrap.
Even right now, they have zoning. So even with education, there's like
zoning is about money and income.
There are people who have houses have been passed down from generation to generation.
Yes.
And when you look at the map of how they have it, they literally have it carved out where, okay, everybody from this side of the neighborhood, they can go to this school. If you're on the other side of that line, you can go to jail for trying to get your kid to go to that better school.
Yes. That is a reality.
And if ain't no properties that for sale because these homes have been passed down generation to generation, that's
why. Let me ask the question. Why is one school better than the other school?
Funding.
That's it? Really?
That's one of the main things.
The teachers. I mean, because depending on how much money you have,
because right now I'm spending 3 or 4 times more than what I was spending for my daughter in public school in the States. She's in private school now. I'm paying 3 or 4 times more money, and the public school gets way more money from the government than the private school does.
What are you saying?
That may be true, but that don't mean the students are seeing that money.
No. But the difference here now is the government funded schools have they still don't have the financial structure of a private school. Any government, anything is not going to have the same.
JP, I don't mean to bring into this. JP, what high school you went to?
Excuse me, sir. Did you call my name?
What high school did you go to?
I went to BBC, sir.
Okay, I also went to BBC, sir.
Yes, sir.
Dyson Knight, international celebrity. What high school did you go to?
S.C. McPherson.
Stop talking nonsense, man. Stop it.
I left Brahms Academy in the 8th grade.
You went to a public school.
Yes.
You're an international celebrity. How did you do that?
I got robbed at public school.
How did you do that? How did you do it?
That was in the Bahamas, though. We talking about
How
America.
did you do it?
You mean how was I still successful?
How did you beat the system?
We have to beat the
system. How did I beat the system? How did Ans beat the system? How did he beat the system?
Kamala is beating the system.
I'm over here, sir. I'm over
beating the system. How did he beat the system? All these people. Hold on, Dyson. If there's a system in place, it's the most worthless, useless system ever.
And I think Dyson and I have said this before. Not because we beat the system mean it's not one.
Correct.
Hold on, man. If there's a system in place,
Not because some people are successful means that it wasn't hard.
If there's a system in place, and all it takes for you to do is put in effort, that's the most useless system ever. Ever. If you're trying to tell me that the only thing you have to do to break the system is put in effort, that's the most. That's like having a slave plantation with no whips and no guards and no gates.
You know, and you
saying the prisoners just supposed to stay there and work.
No, but you know what you call that? Having a plantation with no whips, no nothing like that. That's called well-trained slaves. The same way with horses.
Exactly. You're training yourself. You're training yourself. You're training your children to think that there's something holding them back. This is the mental whip I talk about. That there's something and someone somewhere trying to hold specifically you back from doing what you're doing.
You Dyson, not you.
Me.
Like ain't nothing in life supposed to be hard. Nothing in life is supposed to be a challenge. You're supposed to have to. You're not supposed to be hard. You're supposed to have no challenge. Everything's supposed to just be smooth sailing. Nah, bro, it don't work like that. You have to work.
I'm gonna allow you to continue, Doc. But because what you're talking right now doesn't speak to the system. What you're talking about now is overcoming the system, and I fully 110% support that idea.
What you're saying is if I don't apply myself, then I'm feeding into the system. If there was a system, then it wouldn't matter if I apply myself or not. It wouldn't matter.
Do you believe in encouragement and discouragement?
Dyson, when you talk about slavery, when you talk about the slave times, right?
Yes.
That's when there was a system specifically to hold down the black race. Specifically.
Do you know that the Biden administration just killed one of the laws that came from what's what they call it? Oh, y'all forgive me, Americans, because I don't know what they call it. It's some type of
forgiven, bro. You're forgiven. Let's move on. Forgiven.
It's called Jim Crow.
Mm-hmm.
The lynching law. They just removed that from the books. The Biden administration.
When last time we get lynched?
You don't know.
Come on, man.
Stop it. Y'all give it up for Dyson Thesaurus Dictionary Encyclopedia Night and Dr. Kent Bazard. Yes, sir. There's no system. There is a system. Next question, please. Please, man. Please.
Okay.
It's 7:27. Please, man. Please.
What I believe in terms of the system, the big system that one helped the people set up. Where's my thing?
That's why Warren doing so well, because he light skin.
Yeah, that's why Warren doing so well.
Because he light skin.
What did I do?
People can't tell if he black or not.
What did I do? What did I say?
You.
I didn't deserve that disclaimer, sir. I'll have you know. I've said way more outlandish stuff on this show that certainly deserve that disclaimer. That was not one of them.
Here's my deal.
I am
a believer that even whether or not it's whether or not it's a system or not, we have to.
Sabria, you ain't helping, man. Come on, stop.
I mean,
hold on, Dyson. Mm-hmm. Let me end this, man. What I hear, I keep hearing the system. What are we doing with the system then? What are we doing?
How you mean what we doing with the system?
What you mean? There must be something we doing. What are we doing? We're gonna storm the Capitol. What are we doing?
No.
What are we gonna do?
Okay, I got it. That's what I thought. No. Hold on, wait.
What are we doing?
The Capitol.
Oh Lord.
Right. No.
So listen. This is what we're doing.
Okay.
We are going to be sensible people. We are not going to stay in a battle of whether or not we're gonna buy Jordans or pay rent. We are going to support businesses that make sense, not just businesses that this is a hard one for me. We're gonna have businesses that make sense. That's a great way of putting it.
Somebody help him, please.
We're gonna learn to work together, like Juan said. We're gonna learn to work together.
Don't pull me in your shit, bro. Just keep going. Keep me
you
out of it.
Yourself, let me
oh Lord.
You said it, Joe.
And then when we join their cause, we want to come in with our own definition of how we think they should do things
You want take,
to
dog?
please us.
Watch
But
this.
then when the opportunity is presented for us to come together and make our own situation, we don't stick together.
Oh,
This nigga got me on record saying that.
we gonna learn this.
Hey, Dyson, check this out. Put the camera on me right quick. Right quick. For you.
Um,
Come on, son. Come on, man. Come on.
But no, I believe. No, I
That's the most marshmallow. That's the most marshmallow system in the world. If all you have to do is try harder.
No, but that's the
People in Russia, people in China would be killing themselves laughing at you.
Boy,
that was me, Sabria. That was me. That was absolutely the incredible JP spitting facts. That was me.
Excuse me. People in Cuba, people in Haiti, people in the women in the Congo, people in some countries in the Middle East, some and Russia. They have to be killing themselves laughing at you. All you have to do is try harder and you beat the system. Really? Wow.
No, but Doc, I love the fact that you brought up Haiti just now, and we could start wrapping up on this. Do you know the last elected Haitian prime minister? You just recently, you saw his downfall. You see when he went into the United Nations and demanded from France reparations to the tune of some $2 billion plus dollars, whatever it was. And after he did that dude, America deal with him, or it's like he actually had to be he was exiled. He had to run away in the middle of the night. Y'all go and research this.
Later.
And all he was asking for was what was due to Haiti. Watch, y'all. Boy, listen. Haiti is a prime example of the system.
Tomorrow morning, but I'll set you up. I promise. Tomorrow morning. I promise you.
Anyway, we are, as you can see, we still have lots to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. This has been episode 100. We could go, take your time, give some final words, say hi to your mom, guys. You're at the end of your bottle. Doc, who wants to go first? 100 shows. I wish, where them things that you do? You do your hands, hold on, wait, not you. Hands, do your hands, let me see if the celebration thing can come up.
Not on this app, it don't work.
Oh,
I know. When it was on the web browser, it worked. It don't work on
Dyson. I have it.
You got it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Buzz it.
Right here, son.
Boom. Huh? Oh Lord.
There you go.
There you
go. Yeah, that's a celebration right there.
That's what I say. Yeah. Cheers to the next 100 videos.
Yes. No bunch of wise words. Cheers to the next 100. Dyson, commendable.
That's it.
Dyson, very commendable for you to start this movement. And I appreciate, and I am very happy to be involved. It's quite an honor to be involved with two of my bestest friends and a queen and empress like the Bahama nurse herself. So I'm very happy to be a part of this, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
All right, y'all. Well, that's it. Thank y'all for joining the Sup'm Show. We're going on a little break. I'm not going to commit to the return date, but it will be before the end of the year. Definitely. Back in school now, second year, and it's going to be a lot going on. And then I want to set the show up really nice for our return. But we definitely will be back. Thanks, Ruckus Man. Thank you, Sabria. Thank you to the whole call off your girls. Shout out your girls, aunts.
Oh, to all of them. Jasmine, Yana, Mari, Nay, Lori, all the girls.
And with that said,
all of them.
Everyone who's been watching.
Hey, listen, all the JP friends.
Yeah, the JP fan club.
My fan club. I welcome you all to join me on the next prestigious 100 episode road. Okay, y'all make sure to tune in to see more of this. You know, so when you close your eyes, you just envision JP. Because I love y'all. I love y'all. There you go, just like that. Just like that.
Road to 200.
Just like that. He ain't never wrong, but he may not be right, but he's never wrong. He's never wrong. JP. He's our man. If he can't do it, nobody can. That guy.
Oh gosh.
Thanks, ladies and gentlemen.
Now I'm about to go make me some mayonnaise, guys.
I really do hope you guys do make the mayo.
No, I got that. I all over that. What the song
Dyson,
is?
Dyson, you ain't gonna go make shit. Like, stop lying.
I am a good kitchen.
Now, y'all, that video is super simple.
Peace out, y'all.